Attention healthcare clinics, dentists, and plastic surgeons. Are you getting lost on Google? Are you frustrated by digital marketing? Stop. This is Glory with Successful Marketing Group. I have 3 spots for my 2020 Google Results Challenge, guaranteeing you 100% success. Yes, I'm guaranteeing my results. Yes, I know no one guarantees results, but I am. And I have 3 spots, and after these are gone, you have to wait a whole other year. So hurry, write this down, SuccessfulMarketingGroup.com/Cheryl Reeve. And after the podcast, go sign up to be one of the select 3 to get this exclusive 100% guaranteed results offer. Let's make you the clinic in 2020.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Talk North podcast. This is the Cheryl Reeve Show. I am subbing for Jim Suhan, who hopefully is somewhere warmer today, and I'm very thankful to be here. I want to thank the show producer, Brandon Morton, the sponsors, Gloria Ramsey and Successful Marketing Group, and Cara, Quinn, realtor at Brick and Bannister. You must be Cheryl Reeve.
I am. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here.
Now,
Wait, before we get started, this is just so cool for me to be sitting here next to Jana. Jana answered the bell when it rang. We've kind of had a relationship, just, a little bit of working relationship. And, it's just really cool because you stand for so much, of the fabric of the Minnesota Lynx. And so I want to thank you for being you and how important that is. Thanks for being such a great friend. Okay, go ahead.
I'm dead. That just happened. No, I really appreciate you. I appreciate the Lynx, and I appreciate everything they stand for, because it takes a village of people standing on each other's shoulders to be who we are at times.
That's exactly right.
Your organization and your leadership of the organization has helped me be who I am as well. So I appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Jana. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good intro as we go. Before we get everything started here and talk basketball and talk about your new multi-million-dollar contract, we want to talk about why we're here, and it is the 4th annual Homeless Youth Winter Wear Drive. And to do that, our friend Gloria Ramsey with Successful Marketing Group is here to talk about that. Hello, Gloria.
Hi, Jana.
Gloria, thank you so much for your long-time sponsorship of the show. Give it up to Gloria, small business owner who has invested because she knows it's important to support women, and the way that she supported this podcast has been amazing. So give it up for Gloria Ramsey.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you.
So what I want to talk about here today is I want to let everybody know who's listening to the podcast that we're here for the 4th annual Homeless Youth Winter Wear Drive. And the reason we're doing this is because on any given night here in Minnesota, there are 6,000 kids ages like 10 to 24 that are on the streets during this winter. I mean, it's crazy, completely unbelievable. And so during this time also, there's a lot of these kids also go to the emergency room with winter-related injuries like frostbite because they don't have a pair of gloves. So this event here is to help us raise funds and to raise donations. A lot of people came here tonight with bringing in new and gently used clothing. A lot of people gave very generously online. So we thank them very much. And anyone listening, if you want to, we'll still be taking donations through December 20th. So please do feel free to help us out some more. So thank you so much.
Gloria, go ahead, give it up for Gloria. This is incredible. This was something that, I think a couple years ago we just sort of fell into, you were passionate about this and you said, hey, what do you think about doing this with a live podcast? And we blew it out of the water, over at Dots Gray. Thank you, Sherry and Jean, for your great work over there. This is the epitome of what we tell our players, that what we do is more than basketball, using our platform, to enact change. And so this is one of the most meaningful things I get to engage on behalf of our team. So I appreciate your passion for what you're doing and how important it is. I don't want to get emotional, but I can't imagine my little guy being homeless. So give generously, because it's one of the most difficult things that I think that our society faces.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Sorry, Gloria.
So, because of you guys coming on last year, we did totally blow it out of the water. Because of all of you guys as well, coming together on that really cold, stormy winter night last year, we were able to donate 1,560 items last year. And just a quick, the way this started 4 years ago, I got an email and I just saw that one of the agencies was hoping to get 200 items. And I was like, oh, well, I know some really amazing people. I'm sure that we could get 200 items together. So all you amazing people, thank you so much for your help. And I'm hoping that we can do even more this year. And so far it looks like we're going to. So thank you.
The other thing Gloria wants to mention is that your donations, I don't know extent, maybe you want to talk about being tax deductible. That is important as well in terms of when we think about giving season, that when we make our choices to tax deductibility, is something that I think is helpful to those that give. So if you want to talk about that aspect of it.
That's right. Thanks for that reminder, Cheryl. We did good.
I'm more than a coach. I don't know.
So what we were able to do is with our partnership with United Way, a RISE project, we were able to then make sure that all your donations are also, your financial donations are tax deductible. So when you go to wwd.care, enter in your information, it will take you to our secure GiveMN donation page, and you can, put in your donation information there, whatever. And it's a sliding scale, so whatever you want to do, and that is tax deductible. And I did want to say one other thing. I forgot to talk about Arise because that partnership is so amazing to me. The Arise project is part of United Way. And what they do is that they do fundraising throughout the year to raise funds to then give grants to these agencies across the Twin Cities that deal with homeless LGBTQ youth. And these are programs that these agencies do specifically for LGBTQ youth that are homeless, that because of the grant money that Arise gives them, they're able to do these programs, and it doesn't come out of their other fundraising money. If they did not have the Arise grant money, they would not be able to do these programs for them and the support that the LGBTQ homeless youth needs. So I'm very, very excited and happy to be a part of them. So if you want to learn more about them, please do. And at Pride, we have a fantastic Pride watching parade party that is also one of our major fundraisers. So all of that money goes to help homeless LGBTQ youth. So thank you.
Thank you, Glory.
Thank you, Glory. All right, I hope everyone has gotten something to eat, gotten something to drink here at Lush, and are ready to, open up that credit card number, because we take donations for that great cause, and it's never been more needed than it is right now. As she brought up, the Wilder Foundation found that in the last 3 years, homelessness is on the rise in Minnesota, and it takes all of us together working to make a difference. And Coach Reeve, you've always made a difference on and off the court, but let's go on the court for a little bit and talk some basketball, because I'm pretty sure there's some basketball fans here today.
Appreciate all these basketball fans here today.
Can we get a little louder?
It's great to see all of you. This helps my off season. It tends to kind of drag out. It's a long time, before I get to see all of you. And a lot of times in the summer, I can see you, but I don't get to talk to you, right? And so this is a chance for us to be up close and personal, exchange ideas about what we're going to do with our roster, that sort of thing. So I'm open. I'm open to ideas. Just let me know. It's really helpful to me as I move forward.
Okay. Actually, don't let me near your roster. I can barely even win the video.
I can learn what not to do. That's just as well as
there you go.
Things that you should
just
do.
Rule some things out. Well, I can say from my experience as a fan last season, going to the very first game at Target Center, the season opener, and then going to the last home game, I felt like I watched two different Lynx teams.
Yeah.
Take me from game one to that final game, and how in the heck did you get there? You had so many. Every time you thought that you were going to round the corner on the track and you'd cross that hurdle, 6 more came in front of you.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was. By the way, thank you for being a part of that journey. We said that's when we needed you the most. As this franchise experienced some change with Lindsey Whalen being the head coach of the Gophers, who got the win today. Those of you that were over there. We experienced some change. Rebecca Brunson, kind of unclear about her path, and Simone being injured, and Maya taking a season off. It's when we needed you most. And so that was some of the most meaningful moments for me, is to see the way that we were supported and how much our team was appreciated. We did a lot of work in the off season to kind of get this thing back together. And so when we tipped it off against James Wade in the Chicago Sky, we had to win that game. We had to win that game. We could not let James get a W against his former boss. So we were on a mission. But I did not know, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect. We spent 3 weeks in training camp, trying to figure out our identity. I was a bad coach in that I screwed up and how much, I tried to coach in the same as I did in the past. I gave a lot of maybe too much offense, too many schemes. And we were good at nothing. And so kind of the 11th hour, I sort of made this recognition, okay, we got to scrap about 2/3 of what we're trying to do if we want to be good at something. And so simplifying was something that was good for us. It took me a while to figure that out. We came out of the gates knowing that Nafisa Collier would be the Rookie of the Year, so she would score 27 in her home opener. We knew that would happen, right? We knew she'd be shooting step-back threes, which she did that night, and it was just really amazing the way that our team came out. What was really cool about our group is that they weren't listening to people that thought that maybe the Lynx were going to be, quote, down. Down would be not winning 25 games in a season, which I think Maya Moore had the greatest quote ever when she said to me, Coach, our normal is really hard. Our normal is to win 25 out of 34 games. We created this normalcy that often was hard to reach. And so this group was sort of faced with that expectation of that normal, and they were unfazed by it. I really appreciated how they were unfazed and motivated by some of the naysayers about who wasn't here anymore. Sylvia Fowles was probably among the top in terms of the players that was motivated. She wanted people to know that this team still remained competitive, and our expectations remained high. So we just sort of, we got out of the gates pretty good. Our schedule was favorable. I think we started off 3-1, 4-1. We created expectations. All of a sudden, our fans are going, it's not a down year, it's a championship year again, right? So that was difficult because then the schedule changed a little bit, a little more road games, a little bit more strength in the schedule, as it turned out. Injuries hit us pretty hard. I can't remember a season that I had to spend so much time general managing, that we had to figure out, okay, Karima Christmas is going to be out. Jess Shepard goes down, and we could talk about Jess Shepard. She's going to be a really quality player. That was a steal for us. We just were faced with a lot. And Jana, we just sort of, each challenge as it came. I remember we were in Dallas. Damiris Dantas had just gotten back from injury. By the way, give it up for Damiris Dantas. I hope you all are as excited about Damiris as we are. I had a chance after the season to watch Damiris play for Brazil. We were in Puerto Rico at the America's Cup, and then another Olympic qualifying tournament in Argentina. And she's just coming into her own. She is the featured player for Brazil. I really love what Brazil's coach is doing, the way that he's utilizing Damiris. He's really, she's the focal point. And I think Damiris just needs that push to know how good she is. I always go back to 2014 when Damiris was a rookie. The only veteran player that we had in training camp that year, because of all the overseas stuff, was Maya Moore. It was Maya, and Damiris was a young, 21 years old at that time. We drafted her in 2012. And she didn't speak any English. And within a week, we said that Maya and Damiris, obviously the Maya part was easy, two of the best players in camp. So right away, Damiris became a really good player that we trusted. Had a great season for us, started as a rookie, and then obviously the difficult thing in